Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Healing Circle 5, March 5th, 2015. And it's going to be an exciting show. So, first, what we're going to do is anybody who is going to be interested in having their water blessed in about 30 minutes, you can have that on standby. And remember, if you have coffee or tea or juice or soda sitting next to your water, it will get changed also. So about 10:28, we'll take a short break and call into Blog Talk and welcome our Blog Talk listeners. So I have a feeling that today's show is going to be talking about feeling. So let's shuffle the cards and see what card comes up for today, because it's been really interesting the last couple of weeks that I've been doing it like this, and they've been appropriate, of course, which they always are. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a feeling type card, but we'll see. And I'm then to tell me when to stop shuffling. And sometimes, it's hard to shuffle these big cards, but I've seen bigger ones. And I hope wherever you are that you are warm and fed and happy. We have a very powerful full moon today. And it's really about stepping into yourself and what do you want to do with this energy? What do you want to create? And it flows perfectly into feelings. And we're ready to pick a card. Aha! Is this the right card that I was supposed to choose for everyone today? Patience. Oh, isn't that isn't that appropriate also under the feeling category, unless we don't talk about feelings. I was just suspecting that maybe we were. Today's card is called Patience. I trust in divine timing. That to me is a perfect card because it does flow into feelings. And we're just going to stand it up over here by Mother Mary. So, we all work on praying, meditating, and creating and manifesting, and hoping and wishing and daydreaming about how our life could be better or how we could bring into creation what we want to manifest. So it all starts with feeling. So yes, of course, it starts with a thought, and then you put the feeling into it, which leads to the action. So to be in that place of co-creating and creating for yourself, it's really important to be in a happy space. Now, I understand that sometimes it can be difficult when you're struggling with illnesses or extreme circumstances in your job or in your home life or even with your children. That those are all factors that can take you out of your happy space. So being in your happy space is what helps move and get the momentum going for creating and manifesting what we really want in our lives. And I bring this up today because of the powerful full moon that we're having today. And we'll do a meditation to remove anybody's blocks or interferences that have to do with really feeling joy. And who knows, maybe joy will come in today. It's been a while since joy has come in, and we love joy. Joy is one of the beings. It's a human name that we gave her, but she's one of the beings out of 3 total that hold the energy of love in the temple of devotion for the Creator God and humanity, and that is so that we have an ever flow of receiving and giving love, because love is really the key. You know, they talk about, many people talk about out there who do seminars and YouTube videos and have written books, talk about being in the happy flow and being in joy, because that's what keeps the momentum going. How many times do we get to a place where we do the happy joy thing, and then after a while it's like, oh, I don't see anything happening, and then you got to start from ground zero again. I know that part is the bummer part, but the more you stay in it, the easier it gets. And there's lots of ways that you can do that to get there. You can listen to favorite music. You can even listen to a happy child song that you listened to, that you liked and enjoyed when you were a child, that brings back that happy bliss feeling. Watch videos, watch a happy movie, read a happy book. And there's lots of many varieties of ways that you can help yourself to come back into that place. So we're going to do a meditation right now. I just got that. So let's remove all blocks that prevent us from really being in the joy space. Take a nice big breath, and as you exhale, allow yourself to be comfortable in your position, except if you're driving. Please don't do this if you're driving. And if you could allow your thinking and your worries and your thoughts to just float out the thinking mind. I know that some people today are home from work because of the storms that are hitting down in New Jersey and New York, and I believe Maryland also. I didn't get a chance to look at all the states that were being affected, but I do know that there are a few of my friends in New Jersey who are home today because of the snow. So I bring this up because instead of looking at it as a negative, such as, oh, I'm going to miss a day's pay because maybe you have a job that you don't get paid if you're not there. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as the divine is giving you a gift today. And what could that gift be? Well, it could be many things. It could be sleeping in. It could be having a lazy, self-loving, nurturing day. And when I use the word lazy, I don't mean that as a negative. I mean it as a self-love day. Maybe read a book, maybe take a walk in the snow, maybe make some snow angels if it's snowing where you are. So I believe when those things happen, that gives us a chance to do other things. And what a perfect day, you know, a full moon, a fabulous full moon. So let's take a nice big breath. And when you exhale, allow yourself to close your eyes if you choose. Take another big breath. And let's remove anything that is clogging yourself from being in your happy joy space, okay? So we're going to breathe in pure, refined God energy, okay? In your next breath, breathe in pure, refined God energy. Exhale into your Earth Star. Allow any resistance that prevents you from being joyful all the way, feeling that joy. Let it release. Breathe in pure, refined God energy. Exhale into your Earth Star. Release that resistance. Breathe in pure, refined God energy. And exhale into your feet chakras. Allow all that is resisting joyful bliss within you to release. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your root chakra, allowing all resistance that prevents you from being in your joy place to release. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your sacral, releasing all interferences and resistances that prevent you from being in your happy joy space. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your navel. Regardless of what's going on between you and family and friends, let's send joy into your navel by releasing the resistances. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your solar plexus. Ooh, we've had some resistance with some people. And I know that some people can go to the headspace of, yeah, happy, joy, joy. So let's take care of this and then go back into the solar plexus. Anyone who chooses to release the resistance, please give a yes or no at the end of what I'm about to say. Now, I don't know your name because I'm over here and you're over there. So I'm going to ask you, whether you're listening to this live or later, to say your name as you do this. So I will say my name as an example. I, Jean, choose with my free will to break all contracts and agreements that I made with myself, with any other human being, or God the Creator, that will cause me to feel miserable and not joy. Now null and void. So be, so it is done. And then take a nice big breath. And allow yourself to feel those chains and resistances just fall off. Okay, now let's go back into the solar plexus. Breathe in pure, refined God energy. And exhale into your solar plexus. Breathe in pure, refined God healing energy. And exhale deep into your heart. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your throat chakra. Breathe in pure, refined God energy. Release the resistances and exhale into the center of your head. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your crown chakra. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your Ba chakra. All time, all space, all lifetimes, releasing the resistance. Breathe in pure, refined God energy and exhale into your monad. Feels good to release all that resistance. It feels better to be joyful and happy. When you're in a joyful, happy space, everything is flowing, miracles happen, your life feels better, and more happiness and joy comes into your life. And, patience, that's right, patience. And we want lots of patience because patience by being happy in the meantime. Okay, so let's bring in joy now. Hello, everybody. And I'm going to spin joy around you while you breathe in joy. Breathe in joy and exhale into your Earth Star while I spin joy around you. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your feet. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your root chakra. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your sacral. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your navel. I always get so overjoyed, I feel like bursting, like my cheeks can't get any more smiley. Okay, breathe in joy. Exhale into your navel. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your solar plexus. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your heart chakra. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your throat chakra. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into the center of your head. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your crown chakra. Feels good. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your Ba chakra, all time, all space. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy into your monad. Spinning, 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 gone. I love Joy. She's so amazing. And she's so joyful. I was happy before the show, so I'm feeling a lot more joyful now than I was before, which is a good thing. So, and I hope you're all feeling more joyful too. And I know that if some of you who are listening, who are possibly going through some struggles, You may have done the oh, boo, hoo, ho, hum, joy thing. But I hope you participated in the breathing of releasing the resistance and breathing in the joy. Because when joy comes down and assists with us breathing in that joy, you're also getting the extra love, joy energy from joy. So I hope that you are all feeling in a more joyful space. And as you know, there is divine timing for everything. And that's why they say be more joyful. Because instead of worrying about what you should do, what you should choose from, and whether or not you should leave a relationship or a job, career, whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever the subject is, the more you dwell on it, the more confusion you will have. The more you can step into a joy place, then the more you will free flow, the more intuitive guidance you will get, and the easier it will be to sit in prayer and meditation. And then comes those the patience, okay? Because we all want it yesterday, or we all want it in that moment. And sometimes the divine has a much better plan for us. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to get it. It just means that instead of coming today, maybe step 1 and 2, or step 1 has to happen first. Like, here's a perfect example. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about them giving readings for people, and a lot of times people want to know when that romantic relationship is going to come, okay? And maybe the person giving the readings said, oh, he's going to have dark hair, he's going to have green eyes or blue eyes, he's going to be 6'2" or 5'4". You know, some psychics will do that when you get a reading. And it's a good thing, and I'm also thinking it can be a stumbling resistance block too, and here's why. Because if you're focused on 6'2", eyes of blue with dark hair, you're going to miss that man with the green eyes who has gray hair or blonde hair who you need to meet, because that's how you're going to meet this other person. You know, and sometimes people are trying to manifest and create another job, a different job circumstances. And sometimes we have to agree to accept that we are presently in the job that we are in, because we still have lessons or blessings to learn from that. And once we learn that, then that new job unfolds. And sometimes people will say, oh, I really don't want that job. I really want this job. But you know what? Maybe going to that job first gets the momentum going. And not because you're saying I'm less than, because what you're saying is, this is a great temporary fix to my financial income. This temporary job is going to give me a paycheck. This temporary job, I'm going to meet new people and have some new experiences. I have a very close girlfriend who just started a new position yesterday. And she had been doing something else before, and they dissolved her position and put her in a brand new position. And I was really proud of her, because she went into the day of excitement and embracing, and it turned out exactly as wonderful as she had hoped it would be. People welcomed her, people embraced her, and she feels really confident and really excited about this new position, where 2 days before she was on the fence. And then she decided, no, I'm just going to go in and be happy and joyful and let things flow and look at it as a positive, because even if it didn't work out, it would give her new knowledge that she could apply somewhere else. And as it turns out, she had a great day and she loves it and she's excited about learning the new things. So I share this as an example because so many times we get all stressed out about our position folding or changing. And instead of going into that fear place of, oh, my position is shifting, they're downsizing, I'm going to lose my job. Instead of going into that place, stay in your happy joy place, be patient, and know and trust that it's all good. Every human being is divinely taken care of. There is an unlimited supply of abundance, wealth, health, joy, and blessings for all of us. How many times when people are praying, they are praying in a desperate state, okay? So when you pray in a desperate state, what you're actually doing is telling the universe that you are lacking in a desperate way and that you're not worthy to have the abundance. So when you're praying, try this. Instead of praying, oh God, I really need this job, I really need this job, please give me this job, Creator God, or Jesus, whoever you're talking to, Buddha. And instead, try this. Thank you for this position of job that you gave me. Thank you for this job. It feels so amazing. It feels so wonderful. It's the perfect pay. I'm really valued for what I can offer. It's the gives me the right benefits. And so hold that thought while you go get your water. And we do have a call-in number at 347-989-8446. And we're just going to take a quick commercial break. That'll give you time to get your water. And I'm going to call into Blog Talk. This is exciting. Good morning and welcome back. And the Blog Talk listeners will be here in a few seconds and we'll welcome them. So in the meantime, we still have a few seconds to grab your water. Oh, and we have somebody who's holding already. Wow.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2,
Here we go.
1. Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome and good morning, Blog Talk listeners. It's a wonderful Thursday morning. It's an amazing full moon today with so many possibilities and blessings and gifts. So I do want to acknowledge that I have somebody on hold who is waiting for me to pick up the call, and I will do that in just a moment or two. And in the meantime, if everybody could just get their water that they would like to have blessed. And I waited to do mine also so that it wouldn't be overcharged. So anyway, we're assuming everybody has their water ready. And if you have bottled water, please take the cap off. Okay, so I'm putting my hands over your water now. We're cleansing the cells of your water, purifying the cells of the water, filling it and the cells with God's cells, Christ conscious cells, and blessings. The divine creator knows exactly what you need. So each individual, whether you're listening live or later in the record, you will get exactly in your water what is divinely most perfect for you. And it's ready. So let's all take a sip. So what we're talking about today is feelings, patience, and joy. So anybody who, oops, that person decided to hang up, and that's okay. We welcome callers at 347-989-8446. Anyway, we were talking about releasing resistances that prevent us from being in a joyful space. And there's lots of circumstances that can take you out of that joyful place. The point is to take an active, conscious role in it. And it takes practice. There was a time for me personally when I would have to listen to certain things that shifted me over and over and over again until I got there. So just to let you know that you're not alone. If you have a hard time being in that joyful place, just know that it's one moment, one breath at a time. And it's always good to breathe in your joy, because if you're breathing back your joy, you're owning it and claiming it. Now, so you can think of a happy space, you can think of an event or a joyful experience that you've had with your children, with your grandchildren, with your friends, with your lover, whoever that might be, that would be in a happy, joyful place. And being patient. Because remember, with the patience come into being patient and knowing with the trust that all is right there for you. All the abundance, all the health. And it's been a few weeks since we have balanced our heart soul song and our ego. So let's take a moment and let's do that. So your left hand is going to go on your navel, and your right hand is going to go where your heart chakra is. And you're going to set your intentions to balance your heart soul song. Every human being has a heart soul song that is unique, and it is also your soul signature. So let's take a moment. Let's Om 3 times. Om, Om, Om. Really balancing our heart soul song. Okay, now let's balance our egos, because there's divine ego and then there's shadow ego. Okay, shadow ego is the one that spins in your head. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And divine ego is go with the flow and joyful bliss, because every moment is a gift and a blessing. So let's put your left hand on your solar plexus and your right hand behind your head. So it's kind of like this. So it's in a balanced spot in the center of the back of your head. And let's set our intentions to balance our ego. Om. 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 Ready for position number 2, balancing the egos. Take your thumbs like this, put them here, spread your fingers so that your hands on both sides of your head are touching both sides of your head, the right and the left side of the brain. You're connecting here for your third and fourth eyes and pituitary gland. And then your pinkies are touching at the crown center. Om. 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 And that doesn't take long. It's just a quick little maintenance. And we have a caller. So I'm going to take that caller now. Welcome, area code 563. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, I wasn't trying to get through. I was having an issue on my computer, and I was hoping to. I just found the show. Very interested.
Okay, do you want me to put you back on mute, or what would you like to do?
Sure, I guess.
Well, whatever you decide. I'm glad you're tuning in, though, because we're talking about joy and patience and manifesting.
Wow. Nice to find conversation like this.
Well, and it's perfect divine timing. May I have your first name?
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany, what a great name. Tiffany, you know, it's not by accident that you stumbled upon this show today. It's divine timing for everything.
Sure.
Do you believe in divine timing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good. Because
I just recently
go ahead,
came
please.
upon Blog Talk, and it seems like I just keep finding all these awesome shows.
I know, isn't it great? One show leads you to another and another and another, and then you're hearing things and you're seeing videos that, you know, you might not have gotten to if you didn't start that first search.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular, Tiffany, that you're looking for?
Well, I've been wondering lately about going into the heart space, and I've just been hearing different things, and I've ordered a couple books actually, but I don't know if you do any exercises with going into the heart space.
Yes, I do.
Space, the sacred space. So that's what I've been learning about lately.
And that's the perfect spot to be, Tiffany, in the heart. If you go after the show, if you're interested, if you go onto Google Plus or YouTube and type in Gene of Divine Healing, right now we are also live on Google Plus and YouTube, and Blog Talk comes on at 10:30 Eastern time, which you just came into. But in the beginning, what we did was a meditation for releasing interferences, resistances, and being in that joy space. And then we brought in joy into our hearts. Were you here, Tiffany, at the beginning of the Blog Talk show when we did the water blessing?
No, it wasn't. My internet was acting up, so I just called because I was curious.
Okay, do you have any water with you? Do you have any water right now with you?
have water.
Okay, if you would like, I can quickly put my hands over your water, and I do water every week, and I usually wait until a little after 10:30, so that way Google Plus, YouTube, and the Blog Talk listeners all get in on the water. So what we do is we purify the cells of the water. We infuse the cells with Creator God cells, Christ conscious cells, and blessings. So we can fill the cells of your water to open your heart to more joy if you would like.
Sure.
Okay, since that's the subject we're talking about today. So my hands are over your water now, and it just takes a few seconds. They're purifying the cells. And your water is charged. So now as you're sipping this water, Tiffany, you will feel the effects between 0 and 5 minutes. And what it's going to do is open up your heart to more self-love. So,
Wow.
yeah, because joy begins at self-love. You know, more joy in the heart begins with more self-acceptance and more self-worth. The more self-love, self-worth, and acceptance we have, the more joyful we are. Because a lot of people think that we need to have another human being in our life to be joyful or happy, and that's not true. We need to be happy and joyful with ourselves first. Then we can attract people. Yep.
Well, that's great that I got through. I wasn't even trying to do that, but just before I, found your show, I was just trying to listen to another show, and the last thing I heard before I lost that show was, if you see any people around you that are close to you that are sick or something like that, that it means you have some kind of blockage. And so once again, I was thinking, my grandpa's sick, and I have to take care of him, and I was thinking I probably have a blockage in my heart still, even though I'm not sure what that would be, but maybe this will help. Because that's terrible to think that people around you are sick just because of something that you're not, taking care of, or I don't know.
Well, also people are sick because they're going through their own personal experience.
Sure, but in a sense, we kind of manifest everything around ourselves.
Absolutely. Yes, we do.
I mean, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in, Tiffany, and we hope we hear from you again. We're here every Thursday, and if you want to catch it live, where you can see me, you just go to Google Plus or YouTube. And I do have a YouTube video called, I believe it's called Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day Love. And I made it last year for Valentine's Day, but it's not just for Valentine's Day. It's about love and loving yourself.
Sounds good. I'll check that out.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because all my meditations on YouTube are all healing meditations.
Great. I'll use that.
Well, I am going to visualize and hold the energy that your grandfather gets well very soon, like immediately. I'm going to see your grandfather as well, and I'm seeing you, Tiffany, in your complete joyful bliss.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Tiffany. And maybe Tiffany is still listening in. If so, that's pretty exciting. And, we welcome calls at 347-989-8446. So like what I was telling Tiffany, if anybody's struggling with self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, and really being in that joy space, you can always go to YouTube under Gene of Divine Healing, and you can watch the video, the Valentine's video, because what that video is about is releasing blocks and interferences that prevent you from having self-love. So we have another caller, so I am going to welcome that caller. Welcome, caller, area code 708.
Hello.
Good morning.
It is a good morning. The sun is out.
Yes. May I ask your first name, please?
Sure. My name is Barb.
Hi, Barb. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for taking the call again.
Oh, you're welcome. So how are things going with you today?
Oh, they're going pretty well. No, I try to look at the positive all the time. So I try to think of the glass as full and not half or empty at all.
Exactly. We don't even have to entertain that it's half full. We just know it's full, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the space of being in joy?
I am.
Do you,
Sometimes it's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it is.
Mm-hmm.
But less and less.
Well, you're noticing that it's really like one breath at a time, one moment at a time to keep yourself there, right?
Right.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of things that we can do to get ourselves back in that place.
That's true. I mean, if I see, I don't know, it depends on, everybody says it, but I'm finding it resonates more so on a soul level. What you put your focus on. Do you put your focus on positive or negative? And depending on whatever vibration you choose, or however long your gaze is at the positive or negative, that's how long it stays with you, is what I'm finding.
Yes, and then you're creating.
Right. Creating, manifesting. Yeah. There is a definite. I'm understanding the power of intention more and more every day, and really having that core belief, that gut belief in a positive.
Yes, and don't you notice, Barb, that when you decide you're going to be happy, or you decide you're going to have all joyful people in your life that day, that it happens?
Yes, that's true. It does. Yeah, it's just like, I remember years ago driving to work, and it seemed, and I'm going down the highway, and it seemed like every turn of the road, somebody'd be like in front of me, and they're poking. It's like, oh, are you serious? And then I had heard Oprah say one day, be grateful for what you missed out on. And I'll never forget it. I was driving, my family, we had to be somewhere, and one of the kids forgot something, and I was so irritated. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go all the way back home. However, when we came back to that same spot in which we realized we didn't have it, there was a horrible car accident.
Yes.
And at that moment, I realized, wow, and another thing had kicked in at the same time is when I stopped seeing all these people getting in front of me. And I just looked at the traffic lights was all green, and I'd say, okay, I need to be here by this time, so I need all green lights. And I'm not saying every time, but my commute was, I felt like I was in the flow.
Yes.
And I wasn't, trying to block all this stuff. And another thing, when we're in that anxious mode, for me, I find that you create that kind of energy to combat you because you're not in the flow.
Exactly.
So if I'm trying to get something really, you get somewhere quick, I don't want to say everybody, get out of my way, because that's not how the universe works.
Exactly. What I could say is, okay, I need to slow time, and I need lots of speed warps and joyful, thoughtful drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And I have learned myself, Barb, to go with the flow when on those things, because there is always a reason. One time I was on my way to Pennsylvania, and it's a long trip from where I live in Vermont. And I needed to be there at a specific time to go to this dinner event. And Archangel Michael came in and said, don't leave the house for 4 more hours. And I paced and paced and paced for like an hour. And finally I said, I gotta go, I gotta go. She's gonna get mad at me if I don't get there on time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more away from this person's house, and I got into a car accident. And that was when Archangel Michael, I mean, it was only a little one, a little fender bender, but still. And then that was when Archangel Michael came in and said, if you had listened and not left the house for 4 hours like we told you to, you would have missed this accident. So that was the last time that I didn't listen.
Yeah. I wish I did have guidance to that degree. I kind of almost think sometimes I personally need it.
Well, you do have it, Barb. It's opening up to it, and it's allowing and trusting. On YouTube, I have a video, a healing video that has to do with removing the fears and blocks that prevent you from hearing your guides.
Oh.
Yeah, so you might want to check that out if it interests you,
Yeah, it would definitely interest me.
Yeah, I believe I might even have one that has to do with hearing the Immaculate Conception. Because Mother Mary, and I'm not coming from a religious place, but Mother Mary told me years ago that anyone who said the Hail Mary 3 times, her presence would come in and fulfill whatever it was that that person was asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's not a religious thing, because I'm a recovering Catholic, and I have nothing against the Catholic religion or any religion. But it took Mother Mary 2 years to get me to even say the Hail Mary. So that's why I stress to you and the listeners, this has nothing to do with religion. There's a lot of power behind prayer. And it doesn't matter what prayer you're reciting, there's a lot of power behind it. Even if you're doing a Sanskrit prayer or a mantra.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I had mentioned at the beginning of the show, which was almost an hour ago, I mentioned that, when people pray, they're usually praying in a desperate state.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're in a fear mode when they're praying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when we pray like that, we put up resistance. We are telling the Creator, the universe, that we don't deserve to have that prayer answered. So what I was saying is that if we stated, that I'll use a job as an example. Thank you, Creator, for this wonderful, perfect job that you have blessed me with. The pay is perfect. The people are wonderful. I'm valued for what I provide, my knowledge. Thank you for this job. And that's how it's more appropriate on an energetic level to pray. Because then in that moment, you're telling the Creator that you're accepting and receiving and grateful. So, before I put you on hold, because the show is almost over, is there anything, Barbara, that you wanted to ask me?
I was just going to ask you, what message do you have for me from the Ascended Masters for my life in general?
Well, first that came out was there are amazing things happening and coming to you. You're right now in a stepping stone place where you're going from, like, you're looking at this, or you're hearing this, or you're meeting with people here, and that's leading you to this spot, then to that spot, and it's all coming together. So if you've been wondering if your hard work at what you're doing is paying off, it is about to be paid off. It's in the presence of being paid off now. Does that make sense?
It does. I do feel that energy is lighter, better, and maybe awakening.
Mm-hmm.
More doors opening.
Yes.
I have like a cloth or a veil's been lifted.
Yes, that is what they're talking about. And the more you are in your heart space, the more you are in your self-love and self-trust, the more you're going to hear, the more blessings are going to unfold. I need to put you on hold, Barb, because I need to wrap up the show.
Sure.
But I want to thank you for calling in, and I'm here every week. So if you want to ask me any questions, you can call in, or you can write me at my website, which is www.geneofdivinehealing.com, and you can email me there too if you'd like to talk to me privately. So I'm going to put you on hold right now. I want to thank everybody for listening in today and participating in creating more joy and having more patience with your process. And you can reach me here every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Google Plus and YouTube, and then on Blog Talk at 10:30. And we always welcome callers, and I have lots of YouTube videos up under Gene of Divine Healing. And I also have 3 CDs that I have for sale that you can find on my website. So in the meantime, stay in the joy, breathe in joy. You are love, you are abundant, you are powerful. Namaste. God bless you. Aho. And remember, take advantage of this full moon. Start rocking that joy.